Back to Abundance Thursdays with Vinney, Smile, Chopra, and myself, Walter Amrello. Vinney, you are at the beach. Tell us where you're at, brother.
I'm over here, brother, in Florida. Florida, beautiful Florida, sunny Florida, sandy Florida. St. George Island. It's a small island, about 20 miles in length and only like 3/4 of a mile in the width. And it's beautiful, beautiful near Pensacola, near Panama City, Destin area in the Panhandle.
So you're taking some time off. I know last week you were touring all of your properties that were affected in the hurricane. You're meeting with investors. And then my big benefit was you came out to the 100 Millionaires Summit and you spoke in front of over 200 people and shared your mindset of abundance, how you got to almost $800 million in real estate. And it sounds like you used to say you're going to be a billionaire or have $1 billion in real estate in like 8 years, but it sounds like you're going to actually do it in 2023.
2023, brother. It's going to be exciting, very exciting. While I was there in Tampa area, as you know, where you live also, I toured 6 hotels and I put an offer on the St. Pete's Hotel, 129 keys, and they accepted my offer.
Congratulations. So you went on vacation and you bought a property.
That's the beauty of it, because we had looked at it, but the broker, it was an off-market listing. And then they told us, Mr. Chopra, you got to tour the property before you put LOI. The owner wants to, make sure that you are able to look at it and see. And the best thing is that it's brand new, renovated, brand new, newly renovated, almost 4.75 million revenues. What?
Wow.
4.75 revenues, brother, every year. And then the beauty is that we are buying it for a very, let's say approximately 17 million. Yeah.
So what is the cap rate? What does that look like cap rate wise?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be pretty strong. I'm just thinking about if it's a 17 million and out of the 4.75, we do the NOI at 50% expense ratio, right? Yep. So you just half it and that's going to be NOI of 2.25 or something like that, right? 2.25 million. You put that into 17 million, 9 cap, right? About 9 or 8 cap, something like that,
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
That looks like a 13 cap, my friend.
Oh, 13, hold on. I did the reverse calculations.
That is fantastic. You know how to buy a good deal.
Oh my gosh. And it's fully renovated. I loved it. They put almost 3.2 million into it. I am pumped. I didn't know that. Look at that. Vinney just looked. He said, let's buy it. What the heck?
Yeah. You knew it was a good deal based on the revenue, based on how renovated it was.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And your price point.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. And the beauty is we have one more in this, another one, which we are still talking to them, and that's in St. Pete's, actually, where you live. And I loved it too. They want 20 million. We want to offer 19. So let's see what happens.
Wow. Vinney, so amazing. Like this is exactly the sort of thing you were talking about on Friday when you spoke. You were saying like how you started with nothing and then you learned the game, but now like you find good deals everywhere you go. Like you just know how to do it.
I'm not magic, I wouldn't say that, but I am a very underwriter. I look at, which is the nice area of the town and what I'm buying. Like assisted senior living is another one, which I'm buying for 18 million. And that's in, the Cape Coral that my partner built. So we want to cash out the investors, of those and get my new investors in. It's worth about 22 million, brother.
Wow.
22 million. And I'm buying it for 18. So it's a good deal there too.
4 million equity on purchase. So your
on
investors are doing
purchase.
very well.
And I want to say to everybody listening or watching this later on, again, we met with two brokers, and they said, Vinney, how can you pay 17 million for such a high revenue hotel? They
Yeah.
said the value should be 22 million. Literally. They said that. They said it's 5.25 or something times the revenue.
Yeah.
That makes it about 22 million, 23 million. They say, how in the heck can you get it?
Yeah.
And it's an off-market deal. And the person who bought it, they bought it, and they're making pretty penny also, which is good. So, but they did accept our offer. I'm very tickled pink. And it's going to be huge, huge, huge cost segregation, bonus depreciation.
It's amazing. For everybody who doesn't know what cost segregation and bonus depreciation is, this is a tax benefit that you get as a real estate investor in the commercial space. When you buy something, you can actually depreciate the building faster, which means you're not paying taxes on income that you or your investors are earning. So all of Vinney's investors who are in this deal are actually, they're going to be able to pay a smaller tax bill if they had a big gain. This is going to be huge benefits to them. It's just one more strategy and reason why real estate makes so much sense. And like you said at the event, why syndication builds millionaires.
It really is true. Walter, I hope that everybody liked that, presentation. That was my first time after 1 year to get on the stage. But I hope I did a good job,
You started off the event, so everybody was like, what to expect, and then a billionaire walks on stage, and you come out with those glasses, and you come out with that smile, and you're talking about, Colonel Sanders. Like, you started when you were 54 years old. Like, there's so many people in the room who like are like, oh well, I'm too old to start, and you were just like, no, like I'm still 70 and I'm still going. Look, you just bought another building. Two buildings, just put two more under.
Two more, brother, two more on the chart, So we are right about what, 850, 60. So it's going to be pretty quickly, with this one. We are purchasing, of course, Cape Coral, which will be worth 27 million, pretty soon as the occupancy goes up, and so forth in Cape Coral. My Punta Gorda deal, I didn't put it in my portfolio. I like to make sure that it's already running and everything. Then I put it in, and Palm Bay, Williamsburg, they are being built right now. So I'll include that in my portfolio once they are occupied. And when I start, making money out of that, right? That's when I put it in my portfolio. Yeah.
And for everybody who's listening, like, Vinney's not looking at the market and saying, oh, my property is going up in value because of the market. He's saying I'm increasing income, which automatically makes my properties worth more, because commercial is based on income. It's based on how much the building actually makes. And so he's increasing value, not because of the market, completely separate from the market, 100% focused on the fact that he's increased the amount of money the building makes. That increases the value.
Yes, so true, so true. Of course, in layman's term, it's the NOI, net operating income, total income minus expenses, of course, not counting the mortgage, that comes after under the line of NOI.
And that's
Take
because
it to the bank. Yeah.
You're a great underwriter. You know how to increase the value. That's a repositioning, right? You're repositioning the property by increasing rents, by improving the building, and that increases the value.
That is so true. What you said that, and maybe it will be very worthwhile. I just got 3 calls also this week while I'm on vacation about my property in Knoxville, Tennessee. What? I just bought it on October 31st last year, brother, and it was yielding 91,000 income. And with the help of my daughter, Monica, and RAP Partners, our property management company, third party, we are able to increase those rents. Are you ready? 131,000. From 91 to 131,000, brother. And I bought it for
$40,000 increase.
40,000 increase in this market, in the COVID-driven market. But the business plan was, we knew that our seller was not really charging higher rents because the seller wanted to the property at 99% occupancy. So we changed the demographics. We had to let some people go who didn't want to renew at $300, which was the difference in the rent. And then 400, the bill back was not there, rough system. Anybody listening to us, what that means is that the seller was paying for water, trash, gas, internet, cable. Holy cow. That was giving money away, literally.
Yeah.
So the rent was paying for all these things also. So the net rent was $200 lower.
Wow.
So we knew that going in there that we'll have to overhauling, it takes time. So it's about a year now, right? It's almost October now, and November is next week. So it's almost a year that it took us to change the demographics, put our business plan into play, all that good stuff. Now, it is very small, by the way, 107 units, which we don't buy that small, but luckily we bought it. It also has 8 units that we can finish and increase the rents. It's got an adjoining parcel with a duplex on it, where we checked it, we could build 4 townhouses times 2. So 8 townhouses, which can be leased for $2,400 a month. So that potential income, when somebody does build on it, myself or new buyer, it's going to increase the NOI even more. And the value is going to go higher and higher.
And
so
this again is like what Vinney's talking about is first he stabilized the portfolio. That's when he takes something and he gets it to the point where it's renting properly and fixing some of the bad expenses. And then that repositioning is all of these different profit centers that he's able to go and just increase NOI again. And that's that for everybody who's listening, just listen to what Vinney's saying. He increases the NOI by decreasing the expenses and increasing the gross income. And that's how he's, improving his own economy. He makes his own economy. It doesn't matter what the market's doing because Vinney has the vision, knows how to underwrite. And then he has a great team. That's the other thing I learned from the summit is you have amazing people that you work with.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I would say definitely don't be shutting off, but try to build relationships like we talked about in the summit also. The key thing is you want to look for the right partners. You want to look at like hospitality. We've been together now 4 years, my partners and I. They do quite a bit of the work, to be truthful. I'm just the syndicator and gelling together everything legally, make sure. And then I'm not able to talk to brokers. I started talking a little bit, but the thing is, we already have built relationships. So then we are able to look into several hotels. Same thing is true in the multifamily also, right? Building the strategic alliance, like in assisted senior living, I have another partner who is doing really well. Cybersecurity, I have another partner. In NFT and crypto, another partner. In Bitcoin mining, another partner. You're right, yeah.
Then you have Scarlet Books, another partner, right?
Yeah, another one. I forgot about that. Evoke, another partner. Oh my God. Then I just have Legions now, another one that I'm investing money in another startup, in the blockchain.
AI.
Right? Oh yeah, Click.ai. Yeah.
Vinney, the longer I hang with you, the more I realize like you've got over a dozen companies that are just doing really well because you choose the right partners. You know who to work with. You know who's going to work hard to make sure the clients or the tenants are getting a good experience. And it seems like you'll invest based on partners versus investing just on the asset itself. Like it's who's going to operate that.
You said it so rightly because Walter, what happens is you want to get the right horse, right? In the horse racing, right? And then you not only want the good horse, very good horse, but the jockey is the key. If the person who is at the head of the business, startup or otherwise, or medium-sized company, what are their outlook? What is their history? Where they are going? And do you really believe in their story? Right, And that's the key. You got to choose the right horse with the right jockey. And you keep an eye. You make sure you meet with them every so often and give them applauding and be a cheerleader so that they're doing their job to the maximum, potential. And you help them bring other alliances in their path so that your progress and their progress and the company's growth will be substantial.
Amazing. This is the sort of stuff that people get in your mentorship, right? Like this is that next level. This is why your students are absolutely crushing it. This is why everybody at the summit, Vinney, man, after your talk, everybody was like, "Oh my God, this is actually possible." Like it was no longer just a dream. It was no longer just ideas of like, "Oh, maybe it's possible." Like you were right there, like actually proving that this can be done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed and a lot of love and affection. And of course, signed lots of books on my positivity book. And a lot of pictures were taken, a lot of movies. But, and I really, really appreciate you inviting me, brother. It was such a privilege to be there with your fine, group of people. And I know next year it's going to be fabulous again, and we're going to move the needle. I love that picture of certified, I think you said millionaires. So
yes,
that is the real deal. That's the real deal. It's not just by saying I'm a millionaire, but you are making sure that they're able to prove. And that's exciting, very exciting. One thing I really liked also, the quality of people. See, in some, shows I go to or stages I go, it's only like the newbies in particular multifamily. And in your case, it was a whole variety of brains, and they were able to help each other. That's exciting. Very exciting. Yeah.
Vinney, you just brought so much, man. Like you're right. The community is amazing and they're all supportive of each other and we hold each other together. It's not just new people, it's experienced people. Like you said, there's millionaires in the room and they all have that same mission that you have. You just want to pay it forward and help others and support each other. And of all the speakers, like you were one of my personal favorites. Just being able to finally meet you after years of following you, reading your books, and the past few months of running Abundance Thursdays, Vinney, just you're exactly who you say you are. For any investor who's listening and says, like, can Vinney be trusted? You can't be in business this long and this public without being a good person, without doing things morally, ethically, and legally. And that's what you do, Vinney. And just overall, you're just a good guy. you care about people, you care about your investors. I'm so blown away by just who you are, how you operate, and it reminds me that all of the stuff that we've read, all the stuff that we've seen, it is the truth. Just be a really good person, right? and understand and do very good at what you do.
Yeah, thank you. Go on. I think the big thing is, authenticity is so important. You really read you, and they want to make sure that you're not changing the color. You got to really make sure you have consistent helping everybody that you come in touch with. That's the key part. I think if you have those goals in mind, then you will do very well. And again, like I mentioned, OPM, other people's money, and there is trillions of dollars, $32 trillion in retirement funds, savings, and it's so much money all around us. But if we think there is no money around us, there is none. But if we think there is, it's so easy to really put together a deck of, PowerPoint presentation or something, learn a few questions, and then you ask people, would you like to invest with me as a partner? Because our investors are equity partners. They're just not investors by itself. They gain in the whole cash flow from the operations and the equity gains when we sell. So that way, it makes a big difference. You're able to show them the way, a path. In my thinking, you're helping investors, your family, your friends, and they will be really, giving you blessings because you made their money work for them.
Absolutely. Like, you said, I said that maybe 8 years ago when I started raising capital, I used to tell people, I love paying my investors. I know I'm having an impact in their lives. I love paying my investors. I love, seeing them do well. And you've
Yeah.
made millionaires out of your investors. You've
Yes.
over the last, you have 530 or 540 investors
Yep.
who not just invested with you once, they keep investing again. They keep investing again, and they invest more and more each time because they have
Yes.
more and more each time.
It's so exciting, when I tell them, oh, we are selling this asset, they're already calling me and texting me, where is the next one then? Where is the next one? This is like amazing with the hotels. Of course, I want to share that again. You could do syndication, then your hotel partners are limited partners. But if you do form an LLC with smaller number of people and, like a member of the LLC, then it can be active losses instead of passive losses. So our CPAs, talking to them and legally, we found out. So lots and lots of people are saying, Vinney, only 2 months left. You got to close before December 31st to get that loss, K1 loss, right?
Bringing that depreciation, exactly.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
It's so interesting because you don't need the deal, but you're always looking, you're always open to it, you're always connecting, you're always building relationships. So when you're open, the deals come. Like when you're
Yes.
hunting, you're looking and you're building relationships, like the deals will flow to you, and it just happens just in time. You'll probably close these in time for the end of the year, so your investors get that depreciation.
Yes, totally. That's what we told the lender. We have the term sheet, everything. We are already starting. We are giving 200,000 non-refundable today.
Hard,
So
200 hard.
Hard, brother, 200 hard. That's what the seller wanted. And we said, no worries, we'll give you because we want your hotel, that way.
I love it, brother. Thank you so much, Vinney, for today, for this weekend, and for everything that you do to build millionaires and support Alchemist Nation and support investors on their path to freedom. You are an inspiration. You are an alchemist. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Walter. That's such a great feeling to hug you, brother. And Darina, lovely partner of yours, and all the other coaches and all the other people. How many hugs I had. I was so, and it was just amazing. I just can't wait to watch myself. What did I talk about?
We're going to have the video out, hopefully.
And all the lighting.
The video will hopefully be out in the next week or two. The guys are working right now, editing, trimming, cleaning it all up. So we'll be able to post that on Alchemist Nation. I'll make sure I send you the link. And for everybody who's looking to learn more about Vinney, you can find more about him on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. He's been creating content for years. You can go to VinneyChopra.com. Now, I'm not saying you invest with Vinney, but if you want to learn how to invest with Vinney, you go to VinneyChopra.com.
Yep.
He's got a small multifamily syndication made easy training that he donated for free for Alchemist Nation. He's got a mentorship program that we're going to talk about more over the next few months, just to let people know that there is an opportunity for you to get into syndication. There is an opportunity to work with somebody as good and knowledgeable as Vinney. And I've looked at the course. He's put over 100 videos in there. So every question you could ever have is answered. If you thought this was a valuable podcast and you got a lot of value out of it, then share it with somebody, share it with a friend, like it, subscribe to one of Vinney's channels, and cheers to your success. When you have a choice, always work with the best.
Yes, Walter, and I'm coming back to California after 2 weeks, and we'll do the abundance mindset, brother, right there next Thursday, 8 a.m. while I'm walking in my neighborhood. Usually we do it, and today I'm here in St. George Island. I just love it. Such beautiful sand. I'm just enjoying, and we just actually come out here morning and evening, and then have fun and playing a lot of different card games with the family and enjoying and talking and all that. So thank you for joining today. We'll see you, Brother Walter. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Yes.